Ever since Europeans have been exploring the world, the likes of Marco Polo and Robert Southey have been enchanted by the tale of Mahabalipuram. Marco Polo even visiting it and marking it on his Catalan map of 1275. Mahabalipuram's history leads you all the way into the Tamil Sangam era, into the BCs. The Tamil Sangam, or the Sanskrit word Sangha, meaning group or assemblies. This is where Tamil poets, scholars, and writers came together. There were 3 Sangams, with the last one being held in modern-day Madurai, former capital of the Pandyan dynasty. It is believed that the locations where the first 2 Sangams were held were swallowed by the sea. The Sangam era is a significant period in South Indian and Tamil history. These submerged shrines of Mahabalipuram are a testament to the literary, cultural, political, and philosophical movements that rose from the Sangam. Debunking the myth, Kumari Kandam. The idea of Kumari Kandam was brought by the people known as the Tamil revivalists, who were bringing back the glory of Tamil people back to the language. This movement began during the 1920s and was due to the minority that the Tamil language had become greater in the British Raj. On top of that, after the anti-Hindi protests in the state of Tamil Nadu during the 20th century post-India independence, fueled this revival and glorification of the Tamil language. Whereupon, writers misquoted Sangam-era sources and Western sources to write about Lemuria, what they called Kumari Kandam, as the cradle of Tamil civilization. Although modern-day Tamil authors and scholars have themselves debunked this as an attempt of putting a spin and creating history, such as K.A. Nilakanta Sastri, who called the Kumari Kandam theory all bosh and which was not backed up by empirical evidence, as it was claimed the continent was destroyed by a flood. On top of that, theories of the continent existing millions of years before suggest that if there were ever such a continent, it predated human existence. Nevertheless, only further exploration and closer examination of this continent can tell us more. Although what some historians do is propose that this Kumari Kandam theory was popularized due to the patches of land lost to cyclones and tsunamis in all of Tamil history, including the 7 pagodas of Mahabalipuram. Mahabalipuram, or its modern-day name, Mamallapuram, is home to UNESCO World Heritage Sites. This can be attributed to the stunning, significant historical and marvelous architecture present in the city. These include the Shore Temple, Pancharata Temple, and the cave temples including Koneri Mandapa, Mashish Mardini Cave, and Varaha Mandapa. These rock-cut caves are richly embellished with sculptural representations known for their natural grace and suppleness. Noteworthy among them are Mahashish Mardini, Bhuvaraha, Gajalakshmi, Trivikrama, and Durga. All these are stunning examples of the excellent craftsmanship, skill, and devotion of these artists in 6th century CE. Said to be one of the first instances of the use of the Dravida Vimana, as can be observed in the Pancharata temple. The great magnificent monoliths we know today were constructed between the 3rd and 9th centuries AD during the reign of the Pallava dynasty. So, what are the 7 pagodas of Mahabalipuram? This refers to the fabled 6 other temples that said to have once stood with the rock-cut shore temple built in Narasimhavaran II's reign. European traders and explorers who visited the city during multiple time periods have come back with tales of a magnificent temple complex. Is it all true? Or are they just spreading rumors? Even old Hindu legends have an explanation for Mahabalipuram. One says that 7 temples once stood along the shore, including the Great Shore Temple, and that the god Indra became jealous of the city and sank it with a storm, leaving only the Shore Temple as a survivor. All the evidence of the 7 pagodas of Mahabalipuram can only be observed in personal accounts of travelers, explorers, and traders. As it was a magnificent classical trading port, Roman coins of Theodosius I, Chinese, Pallava coins bearing 2 names, Srinidhi and Srihari, have all been found. In European accounts, the earliest mention of the city is from the 1st century CE, called the Periplus of the Erathian Sea by an unknown Greek navigator. Additionally, Ptolemy refers to Mahabalipuram as Malange, and finally, in the most famous and well-known account, Marco Polo's 7 pagodas of Mahabalipuram are the most well-known. This could be due to the theory of there being several temples along the shore, with the shore temple which from a distance could look like pagodas, although there was no empirical evidence until the existence of such rich and abundant architecture in Mahabalipuram signified religious and cultural significance. However, there was still no evidence of the submerged temples. The only evidence was a Pallava-era painting of the temple complex. Additionally, due to N.S. Ramaswamy's book of Temples of South India, the mystery surrounding Mahabalipuram was intensifying. It was believed by the residents of the city that it was part of their true history and the Pallava painting was true. Finally, in 2004, it all became real with the Indian Ocean tsunami that left a trail of destruction in its path. Before the tsunami, the water retreated by almost 500 meters, allowing the natives and tourists to stare in awe, amazement, and reverence of what they believed. As the ocean gave way to the submerged structures and a row of large stones, what couldn't be anything other than the fabled submerged temples. In 2005, the ASI, Archaeological Survey of India, concluded that the row of large stones were part of a 6-foot-high wall and subsequently found the submerged structures of 3 temples. ASI's excavations have unearthed various architectural elements, such as stone blocks, columns, and carvings, which were submerged underwater. These findings prove evidence of a flourishing ancient settlement and religious complex at Mahabalipuram. The submerged temples and structures at Mahabalipuram are believed to date back to the Pallava dynasty, which ruled the region during the 7th and 8th centuries CE. These findings shed light on the architectural and cultural achievements of the Pallava dynasty, known for its distinctive Dravidian temple architecture. What could be seen in Pallava-era paintings of the 7 pagodas? These temples were said to be 2,000 years old. The 7 pagodas of Mahabalipuram were and are real.